Israel should be treated like any other country. But is it? Is the vetting process really the same for all countries? Let's pull back the curtain. Mr. Richardson, does the United States vet each unit of a country's military individually before they receive security assistance?
Our vetting process is focused on non-U.S. based NGOs, and so it does not include PIOs and generally does not include foreign militaries, and the way that we do partner vetting in sort of a foreign assistance way.
But do you vet at the individual? Does the Leahy Law generally require individual unit level vetting?
I am not aware of the military vetting on an individual unit basis. No.
Well, you were in charge of about 30%. You were in charge of foreign assistance at the Department of State, and the budget for security assistance was about 30% of your total budget. So
yes, ma'am.
let me help you out on how it's supposed to work. We are supposed to do unit level vetting to make sure that each military unit that gets assistance is not violating the law. And that is the way it works. Except, this whiteboard's big, except for 15 countries. 15 countries. 15 countries that include a whole number of other countries. And I'm happy to read them off, but there's a long list of them, 15 countries. So I'm curious if other countries are getting special treatment. Let's say there's potential evidence that a unit of a country's armed forces has committed a human rights violation. And there are exceptions for these different processes. So the special processes call into question if a single objection is enough to stop aid. Is that true? If there's a single, if there's a single objection that there is a human rights violation, does that stop aid?
When there is an accusation of abuse or misuse of U.S. resources in the security space or in the development space, for that matter, you do have the ability to raise that, and that gets vetted throughout multiple processes.
Right, that's how it works, except for who? Except for what countries? Do you know?
I'm sorry, I don't, ma'am.
Except for Israel, Ukraine, and Egypt, except for those countries. Generally, units would stop receiving assistance immediately, but there's that important concern. So when does aid stop immediately? State Department says that aid should stop immediately if there's a problem. Does it?
It totally depends on the circumstances and situation.
Does it depend on the country that's getting the aid?
It also depends on the country receiving the aid, yes.
So what country does aid not stop immediately under Leahy?
I'd have to go back and look through my notes.
You don't know what country that is? It's only one in the entire world. Guess what? Except for Israel. So look, Congress has been told time and time and time again that the Leahy laws apply to everyone, to every country. And on paper, they do. But when we pull back the curtain, when we do some oversight, not all countries are being treated equally when the Leahy law is being implemented, especially our ally, Israel.